Alright, so in this video we're going to talk about multiplying 3-digit by 2-digit numbers. I'm trying to get the camera here to focus. So similar to multiplying 2-digit by 2-digit, you're just adding a third digit that you have to multiply by. It's really simple. So it follows the same process, but it can be challenging because it's multi-step. You have to multiply and then you have to add, and you may even have to regroup, so that adds another step. So you're multiplying and adding at the same time. So if we do an example problem like let's see, let me get a marker here if I can find one. They're all hidden. Okay, so if I have a problem like 282 times 19. I'm going to follow the same process as I did with 2-digit by 2-digit. The only thing is I have a third digit over here in the hundreds place that I have to multiply by. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 9 and I'm going to multiply it by 2, 8, and 2. And I might have to regroup. And when I regroup, remember, we add these numbers. Okay, so let's do one, and then I'll kind of talk through the rest. So 9 times 2 is 18. So if it's 18, I bring down my 8 because it's in the ones place, and I put it in the ones place, and I regroup this 110 to the tens place. And this is going to be added when I multiply 9 times 8, which is where I'm going now. So 9 times 8 is 72. Excuse me, sorry, you probably couldn't see that because of my thumb. 9 times 8 is 72, plus 1 is 73. So I'm going to put a 3 down, and then I'm going to bring up my 7 to be added. Now when I go and I take this 9 times 2, I have to add 7 more. So 9 times 2 is 18. 18 plus 7. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count up from 18. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So that's 7 more fingers. So my answer for my first partial product is 2538. So 2,538. Okay. Then the most important thing that I mentioned in the last video was that we must have a placeholder. Must. You cannot go without the placeholder when you go and you multiply by your tens, because this is a placeholder, so that way you can move to your tens and multiply. Okay. So now I'm going to take this 1 and I'm going to multiply it by the 2, the 8, and the 2, just like I did with the 9. And I may have to regroup, but I can cross these out because I'm done with them. So I'm going to put 2 more boxes up here, so that way if I have to add some, I can. All right, or regroup, I can do that. So now I'm going to take this 1 and multiply it by 2. 1 times 2 is 2. No regrouping needed. Fantastic. 1 times 8. That's 8. No regrouping needed. This is easy. 1 times 2 is 2. Okay? I love multiplying by ones because anything times 1 is itself. Anything times 1 is itself. Now I can add these two partial products to get my end product, or my total product. So 8 plus 0 is 8. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 8 is 13, but I got to carry or regroup my 1 only to the only in the addition portion. I don't regroup it all the way up here because there's no sense. Well, I've already done my multiplication. I'm down here to the adding. 2 plus 2 is 4, but plus this 1 is 5. So my end product is 5,358. If I want to check this using partial products, I can do it just like I did in the previous videos. I can take the place and the value of each number. So if I did that, I would start off with 9 times 2 because they're both in the ones place. And I know that that is 18. I put those numbers a little bit too close together, so let me draw a line. So here's my ones, here's my tens, here's my hundreds, and here's my thousands. Okay, if I need to go further, I can say 10,000s. So those are my places. All right, so 9 times 2. Now I can say 9 times 8, but the value of this 8 is 80. So 9 times 80. That's easy to multiply. 9 times 8 is 72. Plus the 0, that's 720. So 700s, 2 tens, 0 1, 720. I keep forgetting to draw my line. Forgive me. And then 9 times this 2 is in the hundreds place, so it has a value of 200. So 200. So 9 times 200 is my next multiplication problem. All I got to do is multiply the first two numbers. 9 times 2, that's 18. But I have two zeros that I have to place at the end of it. I'm going to start at my zeros. 1, 2, and then I'm going to put 18. So I'm already in the thousands place now. Now I can move and I can multiply my tens. So this 1 has a value of 10 because it's in the tens place. So 10 times this 2 has a value of 2. So 10 times 2 is 20. I'm back in the tens place. Then I can say 10 times 80 because that 8 has a value of 80. 10 times 80, 1 times 8 is 8 plus 2 zeros. That's 800. So 800. I'm going to have to extend my lines here a little bit. And then lastly, 10 times 200. So 10 times 200. Well, I forgot to draw a line there too. I'm going to have to squeeze this one in. So sorry. So 1 times 2 is 2, but I have 3 zeros. So I'm going to start with my zeros. 1, 2, 3, and then I can put my 2. And then I can add all of these together, and I should get 5,358. So let's see. 8 plus 0 all the way down, that's going to be 8. 2 plus 2 is 4, and the rest are zeros, so it's 4. 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus 7, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So I'm putting a 3 down here, and I'm carrying up my 2. Or regrouping my 2. So now 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Oh, did I mess up somewhere? I did. I forgot to add this 1 because it was so close to the line. Whoops! So 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So this should be 5. That was my mistake. See, even teachers make mistakes, and it's A-okay because mistakes are proof that you're trying. As long as you try and show effort, that is the most important thing. But I was able to analyze where I made that mistake, and I saw that I didn't add that 1, so I fixed my answer, 5,358. Both answers match. It's correct. All right? So I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to give you a couple practice problems. So if I had the problem 628 times 33. Once again, I'm going to take this 3, I'm going to multiply it by the 8, the 2, and the 6. So 3 times 8 is 24. Drop my 4. I'm going to regroup my 2 to be added. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 more is 8. 3 times 6 is 18. But then I need something special. It's this placeholder right here. You cannot forget the placeholder. Now I can move on to my tens. So I'm going to take this 3 and multiply by 8, 2, and 6, just like I did with this 3. But hint, hint, wink, wink, you're going to get the same exact numbers. You're just going to be moved over a place value. So 3 times 8 is 24. Drop my 4. I carry my 2 exactly where it was. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. Drop that down. 3 times 6 is 12. 3 times 6 is 18. So I'm going to drop my 8 and my 1, and now I can add. Whoops, my page is spinning on me. 4 plus 0 is 4. 8 plus 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm going to drop my 2, regroup my 1 to the hundreds place. 8 and 8 is 16, plus 1 is 17. Regroup my 1 to the thousands place. 8 plus 1 is 9, plus 1 more is 10, so I'm going to drop a 0 and regroup my 1 to the 10,000s place. 1 plus 1 is 2. So my product is 20,724. And once again, you can check it by doing partial products, which is up here. Okay? So here are some practice problems for you to try. And this is a great time to pause the video, and then I'm going to go ahead and solve them so that way you'll have the correct answer after you try them and after you've paused the video. So these are ones for you to try. 154 times 35. 324 times 71. And last one, 682 times 25. Okay, so this is a great time to pause the video, and I'm going to go ahead and solve them. Okay, so once again, I'm going to start with my ones. 5 times 4 is 20, so I'm going to drop my 0, and I'm going to regroup my 2 to be added. 5 times 5 is 25, plus 2, 26, 27. So I'm going to drop my 7 and regroup my 2 again to be added. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 5, 6, 7. Yep, had to double check myself. Then I have to add this magical number right here. It's a place value holder. Okay, it's placeholder, not place value holder, placeholder. Now I can go with my 3s, or my 10s, sorry. I see a 3, I say 3s, I meant 10s. So now 30 times 4, or 3 times 4, is 12. So I drop my 2, and I'm done with these, but I carry my 1 to be added. And then, let's see, 3 times 5 is 15, plus 1 is 16, so I drop my 6. I carry my 1 to be added, or regroup my 1. I need to stop saying carry, I apologize. And then 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. So now I can add. 0 and 0 is 0. 7 plus 2 is 9. 7 plus 6, that's 13. I regroup my 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. So my answer is 5,390. Okay, next problem. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. Then this magical number comes in as a placeholder. And then I can start regrouping my 10s. 7 times 4 is 28. So I'm going to drop my 8. I'm going to regroup my 2 to be added. 7 times 2 is 14. Plus 2 more is 16. So I'm going to drop my 6. I'm going to regroup my 1 to be added. 7 times 3 is 21. Plus 1 is 22. And then I can add. Notice I've lined everything up. 4 plus 0 is 4. 8 plus 2 is 10, so I'm going to drop my 0, regroup my 1. 6 plus 3 is 9, plus 1 more is 10. I'll regroup my 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. And then 2 plus nothing is 2. So my answer is 23,004. And then the last one, 682 times 25. 5 times 2 is 10. I'd regroup my 1 to be added. 5 times 8 is 40, plus 1 is 41, so I drop my 1 and I regroup my 4 to be added. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 4 is 34. Then I need this magical number. It's called a placeholder. And now I can regroup my 10s. Now I can multiply my 10s. Sorry, my words are off. So 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 8 is 16, so I'm going to drop my 6. I'm going to regroup my 1. There's already a 4 here, but I'm done with it. I'm going to put it in a little box, and I'm going to put it to be added. So, and then I can go over here and do 2 times 6. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Now I can add my partial products. 0 plus 0 is 0. 4 plus 1 is 5. 6 plus 4 is 10. I drop my 0. I regroup my 1. 3 and 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. I regroup my 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So my answer is 20,050. All right.